Macron's reputation ruined as EU flag incident spark fury among France's major blow to upcoming election. Emmanuel Macron's rapidly reversed decision to allow the draping of a huge EU flag over the Arc de Triomphe has been lambasted as an odious provocation and an expression of his own ego. French MEP Nicola, an MEP and the General Secretary of Marine Le Pen's right-wing National Rally Party, spoke out in the wake of the controversy, which saw the flag placed on the historic monument in the centre of Paris to mark the beginning of France's 6-month presidency of the bloc. Presidential candidate Ms. Le Pen herself accused Mr. Macron of betraying the duties of his office and displaying arrogant contempt for our history for the sake of personal ambition, while Valérie Pécresse, the presidential nominee of the Republicans Party, was also highly critical. Mr. Bay agreed and said, "This flag under the Arc de Triomphe flies during official ceremonies, to honor our unknown soldier and through him all the soldiers dead for France. Moreover, the French Republic's custom is never to hoist the European flag without the French flag, which is a symbol of sovereignty. Flying the EU flag alone had never been done before," he pointed out. Mr. Bay added, "It is therefore clearly an odious provocation by Emmanuel Macron, bordering on insult, in order to launch the French presidency of the EU, FPEU, with a communication operation. He knew it would be controversial. The fact that our national symbols, the flag, the unknown soldier, the Arc de Triomphe, are being misused and exploited in this way to serve Macron's communication in the run-up to the next presidential election is scandalous." The flag was removed in the wake of the furore, with Clement Beaune, France's Minister of European Affairs, insisting it had always been the plan to take it down after a few days. Beaune on Sunday said it had always been the plan for the flag to come down that day, but on Saturday he had said that the EU flag was meant to fly for a few days. However, Mr. Bay said, "The fact that the government has withdrawn this European flag earlier than planned shows that Macron knows he has gone too far. All political parties, with the exception of the socialists, have condemned him. This is a victory for patriots. The mobilisation was immediate and we initiated it." Hailing the decision on Sunday, Ms. Le Pen said, "The government has been forced to remove the EU flag from the Arc de Triomphe, a beautiful patriotic victory at the start of 2022. However, Mr. Beaune later told France Inter Radio, it was scheduled that the flag was to be taken down this Sunday. We hadn't established an exact time." Mr. Macron, who has yet to say if he will run for re-election in April, defeated Ms. Le Pen in a 2017 runoff by 66% to 34%. Most polls suggest there will be a rematch between the two in the upcoming presidential election, with Mr. Macron expected to win again, albeit with a slimmer margin. Ms. Pécresse could run him close in the second round of this year's election if she can squeeze past Ms. Le Pen and other candidates in round one, a survey showed on Wednesday. The poll by Harris Interactive for the magazine Challenges makes Mr. Macron the election's likely winner, in line with recent surveys that have shown his closest opponents failing to gather momentum despite criticism of Macron's COVID-19 policies. The poll showed Mr. Macron would get 24% of votes in the first round of the election. Ms. Le Pen, fellow right-winger Éric Zemmour and conservative Ms. Pécresse were all tied on 16%. The poll said Mr. Macron would win in April's runoff vote, estimating a margin of 51 to 49% if he faces Ms. Pécresse, 55 to 45% against Ms. Le Pen, and 61 to 39% against Mr. Zemmour. In his televised New Year address on Saturday, Mr. Macron said, "The year 2022 must be a turning point for Europe." Referring to the French presidency, he added, "You can count on my complete commitment to ensure that this period, which comes around every 13 years, is a time of progress for you." Beaune on Sunday said it had always been the plan for the flag to come down that day, but on Saturday he had said that the EU flag was meant to fly for a few days.